Can you see me? I hope so. Ooh, look a bit. Right, hello everybody. I'm hoping you can see me. I've decided that I'm going to try and do a daily blog or vlog. Early this morning, I got my diagnosis that I am positive for COVID. Now, it's pretty obvious I had it because my husband got diagnosed the day before. I've been shielding since March, so I've not encountered anybody else. So this is where I've got it from. Not sure where he's got it from, and he's done everything he can to try and avoid bringing it home, but he has. So we are in lockdown. I was already in lockdown, but I'm now in lockdown with COVID. I've got a cough, been taking paracetamol, but I'm feeling okay. I've just done a really nice breeder screening for Tailwise with a lovely chap, and it was fantastic being distracted. And that's really why I'm going to do this every day, because I want to be able to think of something else other than, am I getting sick? Because I also have, and I have put a little link next to me, I have something called FND. And I thought, well, this might be a great opportunity for people to understand what that is, because it's something that not many people have heard of. And I'd like that to change. I didn't know it existed until I was diagnosed with it. And if you know anybody who's got this, maybe it will help you. A great charity called FND Hope, which is all over the world, but there's a UK version, so I do have a Google. But what it is a software problem, and I've been diagnosed with this, so I know I have it. It's happened before, where I get ill with something physical, and it's a bit like having too many windows open in your computer, and yeah, I lose some of my functions, some of my automatic functions, if I get ill and tired and stressed. So the prospect of getting COVID was a little bit of a nerve-wracking one for me, because the last time I got something that was a bit like this was I had a sinus infection. I ended up in hospital because I lost the ability to focus and also couldn't swallow, or my voice changed. But I thought I was just having a stroke, but it later was diagnosed as functional neurological disorder. And they reckon the trigger was two things. There was, I had very, very blocked sinuses, according to an MRI, that needed an operation to unblock it. And also my beloved dog Oscar had not long died, and I hadn't really dealt with the grief. And the two layers of things together had caused my brain to decide to switch off automatic functions. And until I was diagnosed, more and more functions were getting turned off, and it was terrifying. So being told I could get better was wonderful, because I don't like giving up. So I am anticipating working through this and keeping positive, and I hope you'll help me get through it by cheering me on a bit. And yeah, let's just concentrate on the positive. I in the past have never let health get in the way of me doing things I love. I mentioned this yesterday on a Zoom call, that when I had my son, I was working at my computer till 5 p.m. that day. And then the next day I had a cesarean, and I think that when I was allowed anyone in, all my colleagues came round, and we might have discussed what was in the next issue. I'm not ruling that out, because to me, life and work are the same thing. I'm lucky enough to do things I love, and the current love that I have is Tailwise, and I'm not above using my covidness to try and encourage breeders to come forward and allow me to do a very hoarse version of breeder screening. I got through the one today very well, but open up your heart to an idea that is game-changing, is going to put the dog in a place where it is no longer considered a commodity by, my nose is running, sorry, a commodity. So group together all the people who love their dogs and love their mums of dogs, with screened people who are desperate to have a family member who's a dog, and will bond with the breeder and be caring co-parents, really. Sorry, that sounds very hippish. But yeah, if you're a good breeder, have a look at it. There's really nothing to lose and there's everything to gain. And I'm desperate to screen as many people as possible while I'm still able. So sign up and we'll get on with your screening. One of the things I haven't got up in my background here is pet theft. I will make that amend tomorrow, but I'm also still passionate about reform on pet theft and really need your help on this. On February the 17th, I think the consultation closes with government. You can have your say on microchipping. Please do. I'll put a link in the comment field. Go on there. It might seem irrelevant when you start, but plow through it. There comes a really important section where you need to specify that what you want to happen with regard to chipping. Do you want scanning to be mandatory? Do you want one database? And believe me, you do. Look into it. And honestly, the world would be so much easier if we have one database. And I would really like it if globally we could have some sort of thing where every dog in the world who has a chip has some way of us all connecting so that we can track people down and keep everything up to date and make it the thing that it was meant to be when it was first envisaged. Whereas at the moment it's only half of what it could be. Also, I think there's loads of other things. So pop along to Stolen and Missing Pets Alliance. And sorry, I've just suddenly risen up. I've got a time delay where I see what happened, but I'm slumping. I'm going to have a cup of tea in a minute because I'm getting tired. Anyway, have a look at FND Hope, and it is a really weird umbrella term for a lot of conditions. But I know some of my lovely friends are following here who have got it in different forms. Mine is incredibly simple. I very quickly got control of mine last time, and I'm just hoping I don't get sick again. That I don't get so sick that I have to do a reboot, because it was extremely irritating talking oddly, and all my people on my personal inner circle will probably still remember those dreadful videos of when I was I was at my worst. But yeah, but I got better. And that's the great thing about FND, is that once you understand it, you can hopefully help yourself recover, because nothing structurally is broken. It's just the connections. You have to relearn how to do things. I used to be able to instinctively, I can still do that now. You know when you pick the kettle up and you know whether it needs more water or not? Well, with FND, I started to disassociate. So I wasn't getting that automatic feedback from the weight of the kettle. So I didn't know how much energy I had to use to pick the kettle up anyway. And if you put your hand in your bag to feel for something, no longer was that automatic thing where your touch was giving you some clues as to what it was you were searching for. And you had to use your eyes as well to find things. That was annoying. And the other thing FND started doing was, it really shows you how brilliant your brain is when it starts malfunctioning. Like, do you realize that you filter out noise that you don't need to be aware of? So like your internal noise, like your internal breathing, your heartbeat, all those things that you really don't know to need to know that you are registering. FND can suddenly make you hear those things and feel those things. And it's like an annoying nagging that you are unable to turn off. I found myself walking when I was in the hospital when I was really ill and hearing my own footsteps and thinking someone was following me. And then I put it back together again and realized, no, that noise I normally don't get an alert for. Your brain doesn't go, yeah, this is the noise you are now making by walking. So FND is, yeah, it's a really weird condition. And I'm just lucky I found out how to relearn all my automatic functions last time. I lost everything. But I'm just hoping I don't get that low, because I know I've been really, really trying not to get this, because I just know FNDs are absolute pain in the backside when you get a physical illness. So anyway, watch me every day and I will try and stay positive and get things done. And do please, if you are an ethical breeder that doesn't need any help, already is the most brilliant breeder in the world, does everything imaginable, please go to Tailwise, sign up, and I will have a lovely conversation with you and we will talk about Tailwise. And I'm hoping you go away from it as excited about it as I do, because I really do think we need to change the way the public perceives buying dogs. They need to, like they did with battery eggs, they need to start thinking about mum. They need to seek out the good people who love mum before she has a litter and after she has a litter, and then care about the puppies in their new homes and really, really do their best. Because there are lovely people out there who want those puppies, and we will help match you together. So do give it a chance, sign up, and if anything, we'll. Oh my God, I'm I've got a bit emotional. Please do sign up, because I really enjoy talking to breeders who are on the same wavelength, because it reminds me what's important. And give your dogs a hug, a socially distanced hug. I'm now worried about giving it to Betty. I hope she's going to be okay. Anyway, I'll try another one tomorrow, and thank you for listening. And do check out tailwise.com, FND Hope, and the latest edition of Dogs Today is pretty good as well, I have to say. That dog's really staring at you, isn't it, over my shoulder? Yeah. If I'm feeling ultra generous, I may share the latest edition so you can just watch it, because it's very difficult to get out to the shops at the moment, isn't it? Right, anyway, I'm going to go and have a cup of tea. Thank you for listening, and I'll tune back in tomorrow. Oh, I don't know how to switch it off. Oh, typical me.